Papa.
All right, good night.
Have a great
It started.
life and have a great life.
Thank you. Good night.
Love you too.
All right, welcome. We're going to be painting the Northern Lights. And this is what we're going to aim for, something like this. My friend Shelby is going to paint along with me. So we're going to start in a little bit. I just have to set some things up. Then we'll be good to go. Hi, welcome BJ Animations. Alright. Oh, okay, Jack. Welcome, Jack. And I'll try to remember that. Alright, let's see. Spaz by Nature. Hey, I have a non-paint question because I'm not sure how to get a hold of you otherwise, okay? Go ahead, you can ask me, Brandon. And doing well, thank you. Let's see, thanks for the follow. Have you talked to Rachel or the Knelson? No, I haven't. Wondered how they're doing. Hope they're doing all right.
Puppy, why
Have you heard anything?
Puppy, why are you doing another one?
Oh, right there. Hold on. All right. Lately is that your child? That sounds so cute. Yeah, that's my little daughter. Lived and it's headed for Susanville where the Cornelsons live. Oh no! I did not know about the fire. There's a fire that's going close to where the Cornelsons live.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon. Hi, Brandon. CJ Saran says, hey,
remember
I
me?
don't know if you remember me. It's been a bit. Love the painting. What are you going to name it?
Oh, I'm not sure. Doesn't have a name yet. Thank you, Pamela, and thank you, Saran, CJ Saran.
We definitely will, Brandon. Hi, BJ.
He
I'm
said
here for a moment.
he said we can call him Jack. BJ Animations said you can call me Jack.
Cool.
Thank you, Mermaid. Oh, and CJ says you can call me CJ. All right, so
Love you.
I'm gonna paint a brand new Northern Lights painting with a friend. Oh, and CJ says you can call me CJ. All right, so
Love you.
I'm gonna paint a brand new Northern Lights painting with a friend who's gonna be painting the Northern Lights for the first time with me. Her name is Shelby, and I don't think she's on here yet, so we're gonna get started in just a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna prep my canvas. All right. Wow. Did not know that there's a fire going on like that. All right. Oh, do you know where my, can you try to find my other lamp? The one I took to church? I think it's in the bedroom. I'm gonna need that. The stand?
Stand. Right.
All right. This. All right. Sounds like a cool thing to draw. Thank you. All right. So. This is what we're going for. I'll just keep it there for right now. Dino. Hi, boop beep. Or beep boop, sorry. Bobby Ross gang. Oh, cool. Hey, Curtis. Very cool. All right. Thanks for the likes, Dino. All right. Bear with me. I'm going to set up my camera or my stand so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna aim this up a little bit. Sorry, bear with me as I get this camera angle right. All right. Got my stuff. Wait, let's see here. Let's see, BJ Animations, also known as, let me get the right name. Wait. Jack. Okay, Jack. Are you painting? Are you doing the painting too? Are you going to follow along? Thank you, CJ. I got it from Bob Ross' website, and it's also on Amazon. Welcome, OG Kimid. So, Jack, are you painting along with me? Because I noticed you said got my stuff. All right, so I'm gonna get, oh yes, all right, awesome. All right, well, here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is, let's see here. Yeah, Jack will. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. All right. So I'll show you where we're headed. I'll leave this right here so you can kind of see where we're kind of going. Spasmy Nature. Hey, yo, see. Hey, Brandon. All right, here we go. This is what we're gonna do. So first, we want to use liquid clear. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is it okay to draw this in a book? Yeah. Can you make a shark? Yes, I can. I'll do one hopefully in the next live. All right, so we're gonna do monkey. Welcome. Let me make sure the connection's good. All right, Brass Monkey, are you ready to go? All right, the first thing. Brass Monkey, hello. All right. So just so you guys know, Brass Monkey is also painting this with me. All right. So I have my black canvas, and all right, awesome. You're ready. Okay, so I take my liquid clear, and I poured some on my palette, some kind of wax paper. And now, this is probably the most boring part of the whole thing. You're going to give a very thin layer of liquid clear on the canvas. And this is where you want to like really kind of dig into the canvas. Get that liquid clear right in there. Oh no, it keeps CJ, thanks for letting me know. All right, let me see if I can fix that. Let's see it. Okay. All right. If it keeps doing that, let me know again. Hopefully, it says good connection right now. Hopefully, that will last. Oh no. The Wi-Fi is like not working very great. I did, but it's still having some issues. Ooh, it's losing connection. Unstable connection. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, dude, still buffering. Okay, lost connection. All right, it says it's good connection right now. Hopefully that fixes it. If not, I'm really sorry that's happening. No, CJ. My side is buffering too. Oh no. Not good. Okay. Tell me when it's working. Because it's saying it has good connection on my end right now. If I need to restart my Wi-Fi, if I need to like start it, I will. Okay, thank you, CJ. It's not too bad. It's fine. Okay. So the first part, which is the most boring part, is putting a very thin layer of liquid clear. Oh man, that's so sad. How it cuts out every once in a while. Let's see here, there we go. And you want to push into the canvas, get it really on there good. Sometimes I like to put a little smiley face. Alright, gonna get some more Liquid Clear, almost done. You don't want to have too much on here. Very thin layer, that's why you just use a little bit and you really work it into the canvas by little circles, pushing it into the canvas. You're not going to hurt the canvas. It's strong, it's durable. By little circles, pushing it into the canvas. You're not going to hurt the canvas. It's strong, it's durable. Oh, the audio still keeps going. That's awesome. All right, well, this is the most boring part of the whole thing, so just bear with me. There's a reason why Bob Ross didn't show this part. He often went right to the painting, but because several people are painting with me, we got to start from the very beginning. And but that's why Bob Ross didn't show this part, because it's the most boring part of the whole thing. Just making sure your canvas is primed and ready to go. But it's worth it. The Liquid Clear, thin layer of Liquid Clear on the canvas is gonna cause the magic to happen. All right, let's see here. One of the ways you can tell if you're putting the right amount is it takes a while to get it done. I could put a whole bunch on my brush and get it done fast. The problem is I will have put way too much on. By going slower and really pushing it into the canvas, I'm making sure I have a thin layer of Liquid Clear, not too much. All right, if your hand gets tired, use your other arm. All right, we're almost there. Oh, my name is Caleb. Caleb, C-A-L-E-B. Oh, are you asking someone else? Might be asking someone else. I know we got CJ, we got Jack, we got Shelby, Melissa. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah. When my arm gets tired, I become ambidextrous. Alright, there we go. Alright, then just do a fast up and down all the way across, making sure that thin layer is on there real good. And then across this way, just to make sure you're covering all your bases. All right, we just got the most boring part out of the way. Good job. Okay, and it is worth it though, because it will turn into something like this, and maybe even prettier this time. All right, so I'm going to, oh man, still buffering. I'm sorry, Brandon. All right, so I just kind of cleaned off my palette, make sure it's not going to mix in with the other stuff. It's okay if it does a little bit. All right. So we're gonna take phthalo green. Phthalo green. All right, which is this one. Phthalo green. Hopefully the next time I stream will be maybe tomorrow or in 2 days. All right, so I'm putting some phthalo green on there. Although the newest video of the drawing mishaps, those are the best, bro. I love them. Oh, thank you. All right, without cleaning that brush that we used earlier, we're going to use the same one. All right, and we're going, thank you, CJ. We're going to dip into that phthalo green, and I'm just dabbing into it, turning it over, just getting all the bristles even with the phthalo green. And I'm going to go right about the middle of the canvas and start working my way up a little bit. But we're not covering all the sky. We just want some of the northern lights to be green. We don't want all of the northern lights to be green. And now I'm pushing it into that canvas. Pushing it real good. And what we're gonna do is, because there's gonna be water in this scene, we're going to mirror the top a little bit. So I just went across like this, kind of almost a triangle. We're gonna go down about 2 inches and do another triangle of phthalo green. Okay, and it's really hard to see it, I think, on the video. Even in person, it's hard to see because it's a dark color on a black canvas. But when we put that titanium white on here in just a little bit, it is going to just pop off the canvas and look really good. So phthalo green, kind of mirroring the top one. So there's like this triangle of phthalo green, okay? And then there's a triangle of phthalo green right here. Because this is water that's going to be reflecting. Okay. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Water moves and there can be waves or little wind stirring it up, so it won't be exactly perfect reflection. Okay, we're also going to put some of this phthalo green up here in the corner. So we'll just fill this corner in and think of this as like a triangle right here. That just makes it easy to think about where we've been. So a triangle of phthalo green up here. And the kind of brush strokes I'm using is, why is there only 4 viewers? I do not know. Maybe because of the bad connection. Sorry about that. All right, so the brush stroke you're going to be using is an X, but you don't really take it off. You don't take it off like this. You actually keep it on there, so it's almost like a figure 8, right? And I'm running out of phthalo green. I got to get more on here. All right. Once again, dabbing the phthalo green, getting it all over there. All right, so let's finish this corner right here. Green. And it doesn't need to be a perfect triangle. You can let it come out a little bit. You can let those brush strokes come out. There you go. Okay, and we got to do it down here, right? Because it's water, we want to get some of that reflection here. Just like this. Okay, here we go. All right, and you know what? Let's take that remaining green, the last bit of it, and just kind of touch the two greens right here in this corner right here. Let's make that green right there. And let's do the same thing right here. Just make those touch. Okay, going across and then diagonal, so it's touching. All right. Now we're going to clean our brush. I'm using a odorless paint thinner. And I want to get all that paint thinner off the brush. So you'll see Bob Ross, you know, he beats it against something and it gets all the odorless paint thinner off. All right, now I got this clean brush. Oh, CJ, I see. Yeah. They should be able to come back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right. What we're going to do is make a purple. So we're going to make a purple. And the way to make the purple is you take your alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. And we're going to mix it together to make the purple we want. Okay. Also, go ahead and put another little layer of, put another little speck, a dab of alizarin crimson, because we'll use that too just by itself. But to make this purple, we need the phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. We're going to mix the two together. And also put another dab of paint because we're going to use some of that blue by itself. All right. All right, we're mixing phthalo blue, alizarin crimson. You can kind of see what's going on here, just like that. Okay, and we're gonna go into the spots we didn't get yet. So there's this spot in between here we didn't get together, so it's okay. You do want to get to the edge of the green though. You don't want to leave the canvas black. Okay. Mushroom, welcome. All right. And you're really pushing it into the canvas there. All right, so we got the purple in there. Pretty good on top. Now let's do the reflection in the water. So we got some purple right here. We also got some, let's see, purple going on right here. There we go. And don't worry about putting purple in this line. We're gonna end up putting some mountains right there, so you don't need the purple there right now. All right, and then while we're here, let's take some of that that red, the alizarin red, and just dab the pure red right there. You don't have to clean your brush, just get that red. And let's just put some of it right here. So there'll be an intense spot of red right here. And We got to do the same thing down here because it's reflection in water. We got the red down there. The challenge is to remember where you put it up here, so you put it down here in the same spot. Let's also do some, maybe right here at the top and towards the middle, right here in the top. And then you got to do the same thing right down here. Okay. Then let's take some of that pure blue that we put in there, dab that. Let's put some pure blue, let's say right above the green that we have right there. And we got to do this, the same thing right here. Reflection in the water. Okay. Let's just put some blue right here in the corner, just for fun. And then the opposite side, down in the corner there. Same thing. Okay. All right, my reception is awful, so you are very glitchy. I don't know, you have been there for me. Thank you, Mushroom Art. Yeah, my art connection is just, my Wi-Fi connection is just not working very well right now. Let me see if I can turn it on and off. Hey, Flagman, welcome. I'm gonna turn on and off my Wi-Fi and see if that fixes things, okay? Hey, Flagman, thank you. My day was good. Thank you. Okay, we're getting to the part that is the most exciting. I think it's the funnest part. Let's see. Oh wait, almost the funnest part. We gotta still do one more thing before we get to the funnest part. All right, we gotta put stars in the sky. And oh, wait. No, we don't. We get to do the funnest part right now. I remember. All right. So what you're going to do is take your titanium white. All right. Yeah, CJ. Yeah, I would love to do that. That would be awesome. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Taking the titanium white, and you're going to take a fan brush. Works good. So I'm gonna get a fan brush here. All right.
That's the Wi-Fi. So if you want off Wi-Fi,
All right.
you gotta
Is it back?
Am I still on Wi-Fi?
Oh, it's still good. It's good.
Yeah, but you're not on Wi-Fi. You turned it off.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So see, that means the Wi-Fi is restarting still.
Okay. Alrighty. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean this brush because we're gonna want it clean later. Oh, you know what? Before we clean it, I'm going to go across the canvas and just kind of mix everything together a little bit. Like, not perfectly, just kind of mixing all these colors together a little bit like this. All right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the bottom part, we're going to do the same thing. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And you can go up and down if you want, real quick. Light, going up and down, lightly, lightly, lightly. All right. Then we're gonna see the magic happen. All right, now clean the brush. Dip it in your odorless paint thinner. Okay. All right.
And comments are coming up.
Okay, so now I'm going to take that titanium white. I'm going to dip the fan brush in the titanium white. Get it good on both sides. Flipping it over, so you see that? If you wiggle it, it gets into the brush real well. Okay. And what we're going to do is put an outline of where we want the northern lights. So I'm going to go down and have it cut across and then make its way back over here. Okay. Then we're going to come back here towards the reflection. Okay. We're going to do kind of mimic that line up above. Just like that. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to get some more of that white. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add another layer. Just like that. We copy it. Try to mimic it down here. Okay. Get some more white on there. We'll do one more right here. Just like this. So it's kind of like a weird Adidas sign. Copying, mimicking the top. Just like that. Okay, and now it's not going to look amazing yet. What we need to do is go back with our white and add more white to these areas. So you fill up that brush, wiggle it, get that paint into that brush like that by wiggling it. And now you're going to come in with and just dab into what you already kind of traced on there. And what you're doing is you're trying to put extra white in those areas. That's all you're trying to do. Just trying to put the extra white paint, titanium. All right. Just dipping.
Dipping dots. Sorry.
All right. So notice it doesn't look amazing or anything right now. It looks like a mess, but you got to trust the process because it's going to look really cool when we do the next phase. Okay. We still got to put some extra paint up here, extra titanium white. Okay. We still got to put some extra paint up here, extra titanium white. All right, now, what we're going to do, grab our 1-inch brush. Grab our 1-inch brush.
Go to bed.
Usually it takes me about anywhere from an hour to, it could be 5 hours, but we're going to try to do this in 1 hour. All right, so oh, you know what? I want to put some extra white, dab some white all up in here. Just get some white going there. Get some white going over here too. All right, and we got to copy it into the reflection, right? So put some dabs of white in there. And then, let's see, mimic the top layer there. All right. Now it is time for the light show. All right, here we go. So we'll start with the top one, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna touch the line and go straight up. Touch the line, go straight up. Touch the line, up. See that? If I go fast, it looks like this. Look at that. That's like magic right there. Look at that. We have northern lights. Isn't that awesome? That is, to me, that is just... And then you can go all the way across.
From the bottom up.
From the bottom all the way up. Just magic right there. Look at that. All right, well, we're going to do the same thing here, up. And I'm going from the bottom of the line up like this. And then when I get here, I'm kind of stopping right at the edge, and I'm starting to go, letting it go back the other way. It gives some kind of depth and dynamic to it. It's really beautiful. All right, and then let's go ahead and do this line, and then we'll go across the whole thing on the top side. So starting here, going up, working the magic here. Look at that. The brush is doing all the work for us. Look at that. This is so awesome. Amazing. Okay, now we go from the bottom all the way up, and I'm doing light strokes. I'm not pushing really hard. I'm just going fast and working my way up. All right, now we can come over here in this corner. We can do some things going up like this, and then also you can also mix it a little bit more and let there be other brush strokes going all sorts of different ways, because the Northern Lights do that. All right, and then up, just like that. Okay. Now we got to copy the other side. Way to go. Oh, thank you, Brushing Up with Sean. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, the Northern Lights is a very, very fun piece to do. All right, now we got to copy, do the bottom part. So just gonna go, we'll start here and we'll go down, like that. Just like that. We'll do the same thing here. Alright, then we'll do the last few ones. Moving this out of the way so you can kind of see it better. I'm trying to mimic the top one so it looks like it's being reflected in the water. We made all sorts of crazy strokes there. Okay. Now, this is water, so we're also going to do this motion. We're going to go very gently across the canvas like this, and it's going to give some ripple effects so it looks like it's water. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That is so cool. All right, so it's like there's the water. All right. Thank you, Jack. All right, now we're going to clean this brush. Clean it. Cleaning it in the odorless paint thinner. I stress odorless because if you use the kind that smells, you're gonna lose your friends. It smells really bad. All right, so we clean the brush. Now we get to do something else that is a pretty fun and not something we do often. We're gonna take another dab of titanium white. We're gonna put that on our little palette, and we're going to clean our fan brush because it's gotten a little muddy since the last time we used it. Okay, cleaning that fan brush real good. All right, now, what we want to do is only take out some of that paint thinner. So just clean it a little bit. There's gonna be some paint thinner still in here. You want the paint thinner in here to mix with your titanium white. All right, so you actually want some paint thinner right in there. It's gonna kind of loosen it. And I'll show you why. You're gonna take your palette knife, and this can get messy. All right, so you might wanna try in the corner first. And you're gonna keep your palette knife still, and you're going to brush your brush against, you're gonna push it against the palette knife. Why? Because this is how we create the illusion of the galaxies, stars, planets. All right. Now, notice I'm not doing it on top of the white. It's bright. You're not going to see a lot of lights right there. I'm doing it in the darker areas. So right here it's dark. So I'm putting some right there in these dark areas. Now, if you get some paint on your desk or around, clean it up as soon as we're done, and it will be easier to clean up. If you wait till tomorrow, it's gonna be a headache for you. All right, and we're not going to do it so much in the water because the water is moving, and you're just not gonna see it as much in this water. Okay, so we're not gonna put the stars in the reflection of the water. All right, I'm gonna just grab a little bit more paint because in some areas I'd like to just put some brighter stars. All right, there we go. And there we go. All right, so we got this galaxy up here. And we're gonna clean our brush and palette knife. Small painting. Oh, there's a title for the small. Wait, there's a title for the small or big painting. I think you'll like the Alaskan Aurora. Yeah, that's awesome. I get my paint from Bob Ross. I highly recommend the Bob Ross brand. Definitely. All right, so we're cleaning the fan brush. Now we're going to get a really, really dark color. So I'm going to grab my Mars Black. You can use that dark purple we made earlier. You can also use that. And we're going to put in some mountains with our palette knife. So I'm going to mix this Mars Black with this purple we made. Basically, it could be almost any color as long as you make it dark. That's the object. Really dark for the first layer of the mountains. And these mountains, we're not going to make them crazy tall. Sometimes I do, but this time we want to show a lot of the aurora borealis. So we're gonna kind of come up here, and we're just focusing on creating the illusion of mountains. And you don't want to keep doing the exact same angles, like do variety. That's what will make it look more realistic. If you do the exact same things like a pyramid, it will start to look man-made, unrealistic. Nature is full of surprises. So you want a lot of variety in your mountains. You want all sorts of angles, all sorts of dips, randomly protruding out. And we're going to focus on doing the top first. So here we go. We're doing the tops of the mountains. We'll worry about the reflections later. All right, go. And if there's sprinkles from the stars, you just scrape them. Scrape them. The stars, you just scrape them. Scrape them. Like that. Because you don't want stars on your mountains. Okay. Alright, this is a photo. Oh, thank you. Brass monkey, thank you. Alright, now we're coming up. And the only way you're going to tell that there's mountains there is all of a sudden you can't see the stars. The stars are not there. It must be a photo. Thank you. Alright. And in this dark area, we're going to put some more mountains right there. And it's so dark. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. So we're just putting a first layer of really, really dark mountains. Some of it will come up and touch these beautiful lights right here. I'm paying attention of where there's already the illusion of mountains there. I'm paying attention to that. And I'm kind of just going with it. I'm not looking at a photo or anything. I'm looking at where the paint naturally already kind of looks like it cuts off because there's a mountain behind there or in front of it. All right. Now, what we're going to do is grab one of our clean brushes, and I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to try this brush. It's just a Bob Ross. You can use a fan brush or a 1-inch brush, but I'm going to just experiment with this one. It's called a Filbert. And I'm going to take some of that color, and I'm going to try to mimic it, bring it down a little bit, right there. I'm going to try to mimic the top. So where the mountains kind of come up, that's where I'm trying to mimic it. Right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Water doesn't reflect perfectly all the time unless it's like completely still. Completely still. All right. Now, There's some white right here that could give us problems, so I'm putting some extra black on the brush. There we go. Oh, thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, thank you. All right. And then we go mimic the mountains there. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So, I appreciate that, CJ. Sometime, hopefully in the future, the internet connection will be much better and not give us a headache. All right. I want to clean up this area right here a little bit. So. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add a very light, not very light, a very dark layer of snow on these mountains because it really is so dark. These mountains are so dark. There is some reflection off the snow, but it's going to be very minimal. And that will give the illusion that the northern lights are the brightest things in the sky. If we were to use titanium white, pure titanium white as the snow, because a lot of times people think, oh, snow, that's white. Let's use titanium white. The problem is it's gonna look a little off. Actually, it's gonna look way off because it's gonna be the brightest thing on here. We do not want the snow to be extremely bright. So what we're gonna do is take that. We're gonna take that titanium white right here, and we're gonna move it into the green area, which is basically just adding some green to it. Okay. We're also going to take some of that blue that we still have on there, mix it in. All right. But this right here is still way too bright for these mountains. We want it to get a lot darker than that. So we're going to take some of that purple, mix it in, and we're going to get brave here, and we're going to take some of that black and mix it in so that it's it's going to look like a gray, but it's going to be plenty bright for these mountains that are in the pitch black. All right, so that doesn't look amazing. Like, it's not like bright white or anything, but it's going to do the trick, I think. If anything, we might have to darken it. So we'll see. So what you do in this case, because you don't know for sure, since we're doing it off the top of our head, you can just... okay, so there's tons of light going here, which means we want to put some of the reflection, we want to imagine the reflection hitting this side of the mountains. When we come over here, it's going to be interesting because we're going to want to have some of the reflection off of here onto these mountains, but we also want the reflection here onto these mountains. So it's going to be a little bit different when we get there. So let's go ahead and start on this area, all right? And let's try this. What I'm doing is I'm kind of going back and forth, and then down.
When it became plain that Frodo would follow Aragorn wherever he went, he gave in. There's not the way.
Okay. All right, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty bright. So instead of just going on, like, you can make a change. If you don't like it, you just, this is a good example of what you do. You just grab your clean brush, you pick it up. Okay, you could also use a palette knife. You pick it up, and it's not a problem now. Now that is the color we're actually going for. It's not this bright. It's not this bright at all. So what we're gonna do though, because this is working right here with this brush, we're gonna just dip into this color, and we'll use this brush to kind of create the illusion of reflections going on these mountains. And we want the tops of these mountains to be colored. Okay, and randomness is good if you have some pockets of really dark areas. Your eyes will fill it in. Your eyes will say, oh, it's cut off from the light. So that's why you don't see it very bright right there. Alright, there we go. Alright, we don't want it too light, so it's okay if you can barely make it out. You don't want the mountains to actually be the main event. I missed the palette knife, so I'm creating my own. I'm making the color darker. I'm making the color darker so I can use my palette knife. Palette knife just creates some so cool little details. Look at that. Just beautiful what the palette knife can do. It's better than the brush, I think, in this case. It just creates some depth and illusions that are hard to get with a brush quickly. Alright, bye CJ. Alright. Yeah, bye CJ. Thank you so much. Alright. Alright, and then the reflections there. There we go. Alright. Now what we do is we take some of that same color and we kind of add some extra paint on there, like that. The reflections are going to naturally be a little darker. Water tends to make reflections darker, so the fact that it's darker on the bottom is actually good for us. But what we are going to do is kind of give a guideline, okay, just across very lightly, okay, and it's okay if it only shows up in some areas, okay, there we go. All right, now we get to do something fun, which is we're going to add city life going on over there. There's going to be some lights over there. So we're going to get some of that titanium white, and we're going to use some Indian yellow. Okay. Titanium white and Indian yellow. If you don't have Indian yellow, you can just use a yellow. We're gonna mix it with the titanium white when we're ready to use it. All right. And I'm using a small brush. This is called a liner brush, short liner. You can also use different kinds of liner brushes. Like, it doesn't have to be that tiny, it could be bigger than that. Cleaning this brush before it's too late. All right, here we go. All right, we're coming close to the end here. Put these lights in there, the more realistic it will look. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Let's imagine this is like a small little town here. There's not a lot of city life going on, but they have lights. People are up, enjoying the northern lights here in this small little town. And in the water, we want to reflect these lights. So this is where you gotta steady your hand, and we're doing kind of fast lines down. It might not look very good at first, but we'll get them to look good in just a little bit. Okay. What we're doing is we're trying to make sure we have enough white paint on there so that when we go over it, it leaves behind some of this white paint and looks like water. Okay, let's now we're gonna mix some of the white with the yellow. Mix it, there we go. So we have this is the Indian yellow, mixing it with titanium white. Go. All right, here we go. Let's, yeah, we'll just keep the lights on that side. All right, we'll clean this brush real quick. All right. And we're taking we're taking a soft brush. This is called a mop brush. And with this mop brush, very, very lightly, we're going to, you know what? Yeah, no, we'll use this one. We're gonna very lightly go across the canvas. See that? Very, very carefully across the canvas. Now that's giving that gives the illusion that the reflections are definitely being made in the water. I'm cleaning off the brush. Thank you, Sydney. Oh, Jack, what you said? You know what I can paint next? What is it? What you thinking? Now, if you accidentally kind of go over too much and you take away too much of the paint, easy fix. You go back to your liner brush and you put more paint on there. Simple as that. So you don't need to worry about making mistakes. You can fix it easily. All right, so I'm just adding more of those. There we go. All right. Cleaning the liner brush real quick. Let's see here. Do you think you can draw that? If you do, can you please do it on a live? Let's see. Jack, what are you talking about? Do I think I can draw what exactly? So very, very lightly gonna sweep across. There we go. And for good measure, I'll go back the other way. All right. Gonna clean this brush. Yeah, Jack, what were you talking about? BJ Animations, what were you talking about when you said, can I draw that? There we go. Try scroll up in the chat. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. You said, let's see, it says, I know what you can paint next. And then you said, do you think you can draw that?
It just didn't come through.
So it didn't come through. So I'm not, whatever you said actually didn't show up on my end. Which tells me the TikTok live is definitely having technical difficulties. And hopefully I can get that worked out before I go live again. Oh, okay. Welcome, Gaty Cat. All right, I'm gonna sign my name and then I will call it a night. Really appreciate you hanging out with me, Jack. Gaty Cat, everyone who stopped by, really appreciate that. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Poor Wi-Fi connection. All right, I'm using a liner brush, and I'm going to just do my initials on the side here. I don't want it too bright to stand out, so I'm going to use this blue over here. Okay. There we go. CG. Okay, I'll say it again. It's okay. Aw. BJ Animations, Jack, you can, like, message me and tell me what you think I should paint next or draw next. Alright, let's see, I'm going up in the chat. Still don't see, I don't see what you suggested. Alright, well, I'm going to clean this brush and call this painting finished. I appreciate you stopping by, Jack, and hopefully we'll do another painting or drawing soon.